so give me a call. Getting paper, we getting paid in full. I'm no skater,
Guys,
but I
we just had to get back with another video. We're not going to football today, but we're going after football. So, we are doing, it is called, Dad, what's it called? It is, we're going to Macclesfield now because I need to improve my speed. That's why. And they're going to be teaching us how I need to run and sprint. So yeah, that's
faster and effective.
Yeah, and also we are going Power League after. Yes, maybe. So yeah, we are gonna go to Macclesfield. We got 20 minutes left, and yeah, we will see you when we're at Macclesfield and we are gonna be training. So yeah, see you at Macclesfield. Hey guys, we are 0 minutes away. That's our destination. So yeah, we'll see you when we get out of the car. 310 yards away. So yeah, we'll see you. I'll show you where the I can't even say it. The athletics park is. So yeah, 1 minute now. So yeah, I'll show you where it is. So let's go.
Stand on this side so you can see me demo it. Yeah. So this will be your starting position. Yeah. Okay, so your toe is pointing upwards, as is your knee. Okay, and then you're going to keep those still and just extend at the hip. And you're going to try and point the sole of your foot up to the sky. Okay. All right. So obviously, if you do this, we don't want to see that. We want to see this. Okay. And you want to get the sole of your foot in line. Okay, with your shoulder blades. Okay. All right. And then we're looking for if your knee bends and if you twist and anything else in between. Okay, dude? Yeah. Now the next one's called the aeroplane. This one's quite hard. If you don't get it, don't worry about it. It's a bit windy as well. It's a single leg balance exercise, but it's also again looking at your hips, your core, and everything else in between. So what you're gonna do, feet together, arms apart, bend the standing knee a little bit, and all you're gonna do is just drop your chest and point that leg backwards. Okay? And we're trying to get this leg nice and high. The arms can come out to the side to help counterbalance. Okay, just try to keep the chest up. Down. Yeah. We're going to hold and then we're going to come back up. And we're going to swap sides. Okay, ready? Let's try. So the idea is we want to be horizontal, and this relies on hamstring flexibility, hip control, core stability, and a little bit of ankle balance as well. It's quite hard, isn't it? Okay. Do you want to try on the other leg? And a lot of this at first, David, will be because your muscles will go, oh my God, what are we doing? And because it's new, they'll hold on to everything and they won't let go. Okay? Don't make silly faces. Try and breathe and relax. It's quite hard because the weather's not really nice today. Remember, point the heel behind you. Okay? So push the heel back. Okay? So pull the toes up towards you. That's it. And then point the heel back. Think about this if you're a striker going for say a diving header, yeah, or you're trying to reach something and you've got to get there. That puts a lot of stress through the hamstring. Okay, so again, this is a really good exercise just to start exploring some key movements for you. Not bad. Can you get your chest lower? Fold at the hip a little bit more. Tough, isn't it? Do you feel that? Where do you feel that? Yeah, kind of here and here. Yeah, okay. So your calf muscle's working quite a lot to stabilise your ankle. Okay, and all the little muscles in and around the calf. And then obviously the hamstrings are trying to control what's going on at the kind of the hip and the pelvis. All right. So that kind of wall drive, I call it kind of like a scorpion. Okay, and I call this one the airplane because it's easy to remember, you see, right? Those are two that you can do at home in your bedroom, anywhere, as long as you don't kick something over or anything like that. So just make sure that it's quite safe around you to do so, okay? I would say hold it for 5 to 10 seconds, but repeat that 4 or 5 times on both legs, okay? And again, that's a nice little movement exercise that we can do. What we're going to do now, though, is we're going to do a series of kind of athletic drills, okay? Now, these have different kind of uses. They're not just for track and field athletes to run fast, okay? And once you learn these, then we'll expand upon them and stuff like that. that. So a lot of this might lead on to some straight line running. And I don't know if you know this though, but in the Bundesliga and the Premier League, around 40% of all goals, okay, are scored after a straight line sprint. So if you who do you support? Right, okay, I'll let that slide. I grew up as a Man United fan, but my granddad was a Man City fan, so. But you know, a lot of goals that say Sterling or Aguero will score, or even if you think of Sane, I know he's left, but a lot of the goals they scored were preceded by a straight line sprint. Okay, beating an opponent is really important, and if you've got that in your locker, it makes you attractive to coaches, helps you get selected, all that kind of stuff. But it also helps protect against hamstring injuries, which are really bad, quite significant for strikers and wingers. Okay, so first one we're going to do. On the A step, right? And we're going to take a step and switch. Not bad. Step and switch. Step and switch. Okay? And every time, make sure that your hips don't drop. Yeah? So as I step, I'm nice and tall and proud because I'm pointing in the direction I'm going to go. Okay? Can you do that to probably say the white line first of all? Okay, what I want you to do, you did it, yeah, toes up, okay, that preloads the Achilles tendon, which is like a massive spring, okay, so obviously if the toes are down, as we take a step, you're going to flop, okay, and that can cause a lot of injuries to the knee and ankle. So if you preload, because as you ground contact, you get a nice reactive spring when we start picking things up. Don't jump for now, just do it as a step, so literally just switch arms. That's it, chest up, hips up. Take less time between each step. Let's see if we can actually just give you a chance to move a little bit more fluently. As they take that step, they tend to kind of collapse into it. Okay? If you think when you're trying to beat someone to a ball, okay, you want to spend as little time on the ground as possible. So obviously we want a nice reactive spring so that you propel onto the next step. Because otherwise, if you don't, every time you step, you're kind of wasting energy and then you're having to use more energy to get off the ground. And that's where, if you think of like say Kylian Mbappe, his foot speed is really quick and he's really elastic. So what we're trying to do here is train that elasticity a little bit. We're also training some movement patterns. Okay? Do you want to do it back that way? Remember, spend less time between each step now. Try and get a bit of the rhythm going. Remember, hips high, chest high. Stomp the ground a little bit as well. Husserl's laws, okay, dictate that if we push, we're going to get a reaction from something bigger than us. Yeah? Okay? So in this case, we're trying to push into the ground, use those springy muscles and tendons, so that when the world pushes back against us, we go backwards and forwards. Okay? So we're trying to make that noise that actually allows us to be a bit more springy and a bit more bouncy in the long term. Okay? But obviously, you're really just learning it, so at the moment, you're going to be moving backwards and forwards and side to side a little bit, and that's perfectly fine. And again, you can practice this in your garden, in front of the house. You only need probably 10 meters to do this. Okay? We're going to work on the calf muscles though. So this one, you're going to come up onto your toes, so it relies on a lot of balance as well. So you see I might sway back and forth a little bit. All we're going to do though, is you're going to put one toe, tap, tap, keeping my knees straight, and I'm walking forwards, just using my ankles. This is really good for the Achilles and the calf muscles, and it's really good as well, just learning about how you can move. Okay? I call this one toe tap. Lift the toes up, keep the knees straight. reps of this, and you actually get a really good kind of calf workout from it as well. Remember, try and land toe. So always on your toes. Always on your toes. Get up, nice and tall. There we go, nice and tall. As if you're pretending to be 6 foot. Yeah, I have to pretend I'm 6 foot. What are you laughing for? Okay, alright. Pull the toes up towards you. Tap. Get that knee really straight. Don't go faster than me. Ball. Okay. But you know yourself as being a striker. Okay. The better strikers in the world. I know you don't like United, but if you look at Mason Greenwood, he can score off 2 feet. Yeah. You know, Jesus can score off 2 feet. You've got people like Mane, Firmino, etc. I know they won the league. It hurts me too. But again, if you can develop that where your left leg starts to learn how to function a little bit more, all of a sudden you become quite dangerous. Yeah. And that's where, again, you know, you have the options then moving forwards. Okay. Let's try it one more time down to the white line. Let's try and do one complete series. Remember, up on your toes, and it's just a toe tap, toe tap, toe tap, just at the ankle. The idea is, do you know what a unicycle is? A very small bike with one wheel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah? So imagine, put you on a unicycle, okay? And you've got to pedal to stay upright. Yeah? So all you're gonna do is pedal this small wheel down to that white line, and I'll give you a demo. Okay? So all we're gonna do is, remember the A step? We're gonna do a really quick switch. As you can see, my toes are up. So I'm not landing on my heels or my toes. Every time the foot contacts the floor, as soon as it contacts the floor, if you imagine like the floor is lava, it's out, 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 out. Yeah. It's not a high knee drill. You create a wheel, yeah? Pedal that wheel. Toes up. So a little bit too high on the toes. Yeah? Point the toes where you're going to go down the track. A little bit lighter, a little bit quicker. Okay. You're kind of getting that, what you're doing with your arms up. Okay. What do you need to do? If you have your arms here, you might fall over. Yeah?
Yeah.
So the arms are like a, you know, like a tail on a cheetah. Yeah? Keeps it in balance. So the same with you, the arms counteract what the legs do, so the torso stays upright. Okay? So dribble to the line, please. Okay? And all the way back again one more time. Remember, toes up, so mid-foot rather than toes, mid-foot rather than toes. So toes up, pointing forward. Watch Usain Bolt, you know, any of the best sprinters over the last 20-30 years, and actually when they contact the ground, their foot contacts the widest part here, which is their kind of their midfoot. Okay, so that's where you get a nice reaction going forwards. If we ran on our toes like this, that would put a lot of stress through just the big toe, and you wouldn't actually go anywhere. Okay, whereas if you run through here, you load that spring in the Achilles, and that fires you forwards. Okay, makes it more efficient. All right. So that's not bad. We're gonna try and work on it though. So we're gonna do something called the A skip. So you've done the A step. Yeah. We're gonna make this step now a bit bouncier. So I'll give you a demo, and I'll see if you can do it. And you can do it really well. So start in the same position. Yeah. Okay. Heel to hamstring, toes pointing forwards. This figure of 4 knee punch. Okay. And all we're gonna do is bounce, 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 bounce. Okay? Yeah? And if you do this, it sounds like you're shuffling or doing a dance, doesn't it? Okay? So you want to bounce. pull your toes up and hit the ground, middle of the foot. And then as you do, a little bit bouncier. Almost there, nice. Nice. Just try it one more time. This time, don't jump into it here. So literally just step. Yeah? So just try that. And see how you bounce? Nice. Now try and stay nice and upright. Don't lean to the side to side. Just snaking a little bit. Just stay nice and tall as if you're here. Yeah? So imagine if you lean this way and you've got someone like whoever the next Virgil van Dijk is, okay, and you're trying to run that way, you're giving him the chance to push you over. You're giving him the chance to get in front of you to get the ball, okay? Whereas if you're upright, he has to foul you, okay? And if you're upright and running fast and you get past him, he's gonna foul you and you might get a penalty or free kick, okay? So chest up, nice and tall, and bounce. Middle of the foot. So we're now gonna. This is hard, so if you don't get it first time, don't worry about it. Okay. But all we're actually doing is adding a front kick and a rake into that A skip. Okay. And we can actually cover a bit more ground. So we're gonna go to see where the yellow ticks are. Yeah, they're the relay ticks. So we're gonna give you a bit more ground now to cover. So all you're gonna do, same position. Okay. And we're literally gonna kick out, kick out, kick out, kick out. Okay. Kick out, kick right in front. Feel stuff. And his coaches said, you know, why have you got running spikes? And there's a video, I'll try and find it and send it to you. And he does an interview and he talks about how he spent a lot of time. And as a kid in an academy, he wasn't really rated as the best player. But now, when people talk about the best 3 or 4 English midfielders, usually it's Paul Scholes, Steven Gerrard, and Frank Lampard. They're always in the conversation. You know. So again, you're not looking potentially for what you do at 18 or even 22. Yeah. Because what you're looking for really is what you're going to do at 25. Okay. Again, if you look at Thierry Henry, right? He was at Monaco, did okay. Went to Juventus, did okay. Came to Arsenal as a winger. He was a really good runner. They shifted him up front, but he didn't really start doing anything until he was around 25, and he became one of the best strikers in the world. Okay, he was devastating, and I hated him and loved him at the same time. Yeah. So my thing with this, I do this stuff with any athlete. I do it with MMA fighters. So you watch UFC? Yeah, sometimes. So if you think about a flying knee, the idea is that they're trying to travel a long distance to be able to contact someone. Okay? So we're not teaching you how to be a 100-meter sprinter. And at some point you might get to meet Andy, the national 60-meter champ. Okay? And you'll see how fast he is. But again, if you can get some of that speed on a football pitch, you know, you'll be deadly. I mean, I can't help you finish, that's up to you, that's your job. Yeah? But the idea is that if you can get past the defender so you're in front of goal, then you've got experience then. And even if you miss loads of goals, Andy Cole from Man United missed loads, but he scored a lot more as well. Okay? That's the idea. So we skip. Kick out, race. Yeah. Okay? Done in football and basketball and things like that. And it's a foot pattern drill, so if you've not done it before, it's okay. Yeah. Once you master it though, then we can start playing with things and stuff like that. And longer term as well, we might not do stuff on the track, we might do stuff on the grass. So in the future I might speak to you and your dad and say bring your boots as well, because we might actually do some stuff where you look at braking mechanics, changing direction and stuff like that. But obviously this stuff is just fundamental. If you can learn to run fast in a straight line, then we can talk about running fast in a straight line, slowing down and then running offline. Okay? Yeah, which will be really important, and then expand from there. Okay. Yeah. So, but karaoke is literally you're going to take a step in front, step out, step behind. Okay, step in front, step out, step behind. Okay. Not bad. longer this time, I want you to think about where you are, because you start to lean forward a little bit. So get a little bit taller, okay? Remember that when I said be nice and bouncy and nice and quick off the floor, okay? So it is literally 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And the idea is that if you think about it, you're a striker playing on the offside line, winger on the other side, seeing you, you have to be able to run, looking back, and at the same time not trip up and fall over, okay? Yeah, or trip someone else up. So it's actually quite a useful footballing drill if you can master it and then do it. Try that again. This time though, what I want you to do, put your hands out in front. So imagine, what's your favourite pizza? Do you like pizza?
Yes.
Yeah, what's your favourite pizza?
Mexican.
Okay, so you got a Mexican pizza from your dad, right? Yeah? Yeah? You can't drop it, okay? If it goes down, drop it. If it goes up, it hits you in the face. Yeah, so you've got Mexican pizza. Yeah? A nice, juicy, tasty pizza. Do you like pizza?
Yeah.
Mine's pepperoni.
Yes.
Right. Good text. So you're literally going to do the same drill, but this time you have to carry the pizza.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay? Right? It's a big pizza. Okay? Hold that there. Elbow straight. Okay? Can you do the same drill this time though? Pizza in your hands. Oh, he's nearly dropped it. Keep the elbows up. Fundamental things. Okay? In a football match, Lionel Messi only sprints at like something like 3% of the time.
Yeah.
Okay? But when Lionel Messi sprints, usually something happens, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Same with Ronaldo. Okay? So, and it's actually the same with LeBron James, you know, for the LA Lakers in basketball. Yeah? So these top people know how to sprint at the right time. When they do, it's devastating. Okay? Yeah? So you're at the start of the journey there, they've learned how to do it at the end. Okay? But when Ronaldo first came to United, all over the place. He spent a lot of time doing lots of gym training, lots of this kind of stuff, and turned himself into a pro level. Right. One more time with the pizza. Let's see if we can master this. I want you to see this, right? This is the kitchen, right? This is the sofa, yeah? Okay? This is the wall. Okay, you've got to stay in the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah? So if you drop it on the sofa, right? Or the, you know, the settee, okay? That's not going to be happy, is there? Because pizza's on the settee now. Do you have a dog or anything?
No.
Okay. Do you have a cat?
Nope.
Okay. Well, the dog would have vet it. Okay. So don't drop it. Okay, let's do it again. This bit, so I'm going to give you a bit of a, what we call a rolling start. Okay? So, you know where the first white line is, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah? So you get to kind of start slow and then build your speed up. When you hit that white line, I want you to go really quick, and you're gonna go to the next white line further down.
Okay. And then,
Yeah? And I'm gonna watch you run. Okay? Because what I want to see now is do you have anything in terms of the way you run? Is there any stiffness anywhere or anything like that? Or even if your body's reacting quite well to some of the drills, okay? Work on.
Yeah.
So a couple of things, you know, when you're using this zone, okay, rather than go from a jog to a sprint, what I want you to do is every couple of steps get faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, so that when you're getting here, you're at pretty much full speed. Okay. With this bit, what I'd like you to do is relax your arms a little bit robotic. Yeah, they're just a bit tight. So I just want you to relax them and pump them a little bit more. Okay. Yeah. Have you done boxing?
yeah.
Yeah. So if you ever do like, you know, like a punch bag and you're doing body-based work and you're really trying to rattle a punch bag, yeah, same thing, you just kind of
Oh, okay.
a little bit quicker. With the legs, all I want you to do is spend less time on the ground, okay, all right, and get the knees up a little bit, yeah. So arms, knees, and feet. Okay. That's it. Quicker. Explode. got a nice kind of torso position, the arms are pretty good. The legs quite low, you're actually only getting to about here. And what's happening is that you're spending a lot of time recycling the leg back here, okay, and the leg comes to here, okay, and we're not really getting much in this direction. So what we call this is it's a kind of a negative propulsive strategy, or a backside mechanic, yeah? What we want instead is a bit more of a front side mechanic, okay, because then as you pre-tension, load into the ground, okay, you fire into the ground like if you load a shotgun, shoot, okay, you load and drive, and then as you drive with this leg whips through. So do you remember when we did the A-step and the A-skip? Yeah. The idea with that, okay, is you whip the leg through, so the leg doesn't spend too far back behind here. Instead, it's quite low, and the wheel will build all the front. Yeah. So we've got this nice knee punch action, okay? I want you to really attack that first bit, so that when you hit this line, you're coming back, okay? And I want you to imagine whoever your biggest rival is, like whoever the hardest centre back is. I played your goal, and you've got to get to that ball. Okay? Try it again. A little bit quicker. Can you get to 101? Yeah? I know called Jonas Dodu. He's like their kind of performance-based consultant, and they do a lot of kind of drill-based work, acceleration, patterns, and stuff like that. He also does a little bit of work with Derby County as well. So, I think it's one of these fundamental things that football players, hockey players, basketball players, they can just spend some time becoming a little bit more athletic.
Exactly.
So they don't have to necessarily do, say, block start training as a sprinter, but just learning how to, pattern running is really important. If you imagine having a Ferrari or a race car, okay, anybody might be able to drive it, but they're not going to be able to drive it as well as, say, Lewis Hamilton. And that's the idea. You see, what we're trying to do is develop the driver as well as build that race car, that kind of machine, so to speak.
Effective.
Yeah, and then marry the two together. And that's why someone like Ronaldo has been so successful, because he goes to pre-season with Juventus and they say he's got a body of a 20-year-old and he's 34, because he's kept it in peak condition and looked after himself. And he's done sprint training with Francis Obiquelu, who was a World Championships medalist for Portugal. So again, he's done some track training as well. So if Cristiano Ronaldo can do it, yeah, let's try 2 more, okay? But if you try to get to 101, you might get to 95, okay? Now let's go. Okay, a bit more tension there.
Yeah.
Were you tensing your fist then?
Huh?
Tensing like this, weren't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You motivate him well.
Okay. So again, that's fine, because actually you went a little bit quicker. Just try and relax a little bit as well. Okay. It's really hard to do. You've got to move fast, but relax. Okay. I'm not going to give you any more cues. I'm going to ask you to do the same again. So and that was kind of the thing that came from my dad. My dad loved martial arts. So, and then as I got into high school, started playing football and took up track and field alongside it as well. And I was quite a late bloomer in football as well, so I didn't really properly start playing until I was 15, 16. Ended up playing semi-professional, but they only saw my speed, and that was it. And I loved playing like 1-touch and 2-touch football, and being, always playing into space, playing forwards and stuff like that. So, and then as I kind of ruptured my ACL, my cruciate ligaments, I gave that up when I was 27. And then just stuck with track and field, but now I've kind of retired from sport. I just kind of keep fit, train regularly, stuff like that.
But at least you're giving experience to others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My big thing is that if I can help, children, guys, girls, people, whoever, be a little bit more physically robust, learn about how to use their bodies better. I started out as a sports rehab therapist, kind of like a physio, like helping people with injuries. But I just got sick of people getting injured when I think, well, actually they could probably do better stuff beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, prevention's better than cure.
Mm-hmm.
So rather than prescribe medication for a disease, we need to look at why the disease has occurred. And again, this is my passion, and this is where I've gone. So, and that's kind of 15 years in about a minute than someone that's a little bit more mature. Okay, so that's why you'll recover quicker, because your body's really firing at everything, and there's loads of free energy flowing around your body. Okay, so, but the other thing is as well is that as you learn a drill, your body becomes more efficient at it. So it kind of it learns what not to do and what it needs to do. So then obviously the more you practice a particular drill, what you need to do then is when you get to a point where you stop getting better at it, you need to make it harder in some way. Okay? So whether that's distracting in some way or another, doing it there and back, making it heavier. If you're doing, say, strength training, for instance, that's the idea around it.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's all little bits of progress for you as well. Right, I want you to YouTube Gabriel Batistuta. Okay. Right. He is one of the best goal scorers you'll ever see. Right. He scored ridiculous goals against Man United in the Champions League years ago. He used to play for Argentina. But you probably don't know this if you don't know who he is. He used to play basketball up until he was about 16. So a little bit like Roger Federer, you know who he is? Yeah. Okay. Roger Federer didn't just play tennis when he was a kid. He played squash, badminton, basketball, football, handball, dodgeball, anything that had a ball, he did. So again, we're not looking for you to be Ronaldo in the next 6 months. We're looking, can we put stuff in place so that in 10 years' time I might see you around. I'm like, oh, dude, how you doing? And you're like, well, I'm playing for this team and I'm doing this, and we put the foundations in place today and moving forwards. Yeah. All right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
Thanks.
Good.
Okay, thank you,
Guys,
Mike, for training me now for the sprint and agility. What did you achieve when you were younger or right now?
So before I did all this, I did martial arts as a kid. So I did kind of karate, kickboxing, Thai boxing, and then I didn't take up football and track and field until really late. And I was kind of a late bloomer. So I actually managed to get to semi-professional level in football, but it became quite difficult because they only saw me for my speed from doing athletics.
Yeah.
So in the end, I went back to my old club, Fletcher Moss, which is Marcus Rashford's club, and just spent a few years playing there instead. I've retired from sport now, but over the past 15 years, I've gone from being kind of a sports rehab therapist, where I used to fix people, to being more of a strength and conditioning and a high performance coach, because basically I got sick of fixing people when I thought we could actually have a better, preventative element to it. So prevention's better than cure.
Yeah.
I mean, career highlights wise, I work at the moment with GB track and field athletes, and then I've done the odd thing. I've consulted with some Premier League football teams as well, with regards to kind of fitness testing and kind of running speed mechanics and stuff like that. And when I don't teach full time at the university, what I do at the moment is also work for GB basketball. So I look after some of the women's teams and some of the youth teams as well. So, and then obviously I get to work with really cool people like yourself. So it's nice and rounded and everything.
And you did Manchester United, Mike, you told me.
Yeah, so I went on a visit. I met with Gary Walker, the strength and conditioning coach for the first team a couple of years ago, and I spent about 3-4 hours there, had a tour and everything, met quite a few different people, and he asked me what my opinion was of certain drills and certain activities and why you might use them for football. And I asked him why, and he said obviously it might be for some of the first team players that he gets to work with as well. So it was a really interesting conversation as to why you might learn how to run fast and where it's useful for a football pitch.
Yeah. So thank you.
And just for our for David's subscribers, what's your full name, if you can?
So my full name is Michael Carolan. That's Carolan. It's actually an Irish name, so everybody always says it wrong as well. I've got my own kind of Instagram page as well, so it's MC Sports Rehab. I'm on LinkedIn, so you can find me on there and everything else as well. So yeah.
And where are you based?
I'm based in Manchester and Macclesfield, so I teach and work at Sports City and Salford University in Manchester, and then I do some stuff here or locally with Macclesfield Rugby, and I live locally in Macclesfield as well.
Okay, you available for some David subscribers?
Yeah, I'm available. If anybody wants any help or anything like that, please get in touch with David, get in touch with me, and see what happens and go from there.
David?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Will do. Thank you. Good to meet you.
rate ya, so give me a call. Getting paper, we getting paid in full. I'm no skater,